Welcome to our show, College Briefing. Today, we have some shocking news from New South Wales where a horrific act of animal cruelty has taken place at Corrimal High School, leaving 29 chickens dead. The police are on the case, and the community is in disbelief. It seems this wasn't the work of a wild animal, but rather a deeply disturbing act that has left many questioning the safety of school agricultural programs. In another intriguing story, Chinese classicists are taking a stand against a growing conspiracy theory that claims Greek and Roman literature is fabricated. This theory, once a fringe idea, is gaining traction online, and scholars like Mantineia Liu from Fudan University are working hard to debunk these myths. They stress the importance of verified histories to combat misinformation and highlight the value of Western classical studies, even as some in the public are swayed by sensationalism. Lastly, we dive into the world of media and technology, where experts are warning about the potential dangers of News Corp's deal with ChatGPT. The concern? A lack of diverse news sources could skew the information landscape in Australia. As AI technology becomes more prevalent, the risk of misinformation rises, especially during critical times like elections. Stay tuned as we explore these pressing issues in detail. The Sydney Morning Herald reports on a shocking incident of animal cruelty at Corrimal High School in New South Wales, where 29 chickens were found killed in their pen. The school, known for its agricultural education programs, had cared for these animals, making the brutal act even more incomprehensible to the local police. Inspector Alison Guthrie described the incident as deeply disturbing, emphasizing that it was clearly not the work of a predator but rather an act of deliberate cruelty. The police are urging anyone with information to come forward, as the school community mourns the loss of these beloved animals, which had been a source of joy and learning for the students. In a revealing piece by the South China Morning Post, the rise of conspiracy theories surrounding Western classical literature and history is explored. Chinese academics are grappling with an increasing number of people questioning the authenticity of Greek and Roman works, fueled by nationalist sentiments and the popularity of pseudo-historical narratives online. Notable figures have publicly claimed that these ancient philosophers and their contributions may be fabrications, causing concern among scholars who strive to defend the integrity of classical studies. This trend reflects a broader societal shift in China as young people increasingly reject Western narratives, leading to a cultural clash that challenges established historical understandings. The Sydney Morning Herald also raises alarms about the implications of News Corp's partnership with OpenAI for ChatGPT, highlighting the potential dangers of a news ecosystem dominated by a single source. Academics warn that training AI on content primarily from News Corp could skew the information landscape, particularly as Australia approaches an election. With a media environment already criticized for its concentration, the reliance on a conservative editorial perspective poses risks for balanced reporting and public trust. Experts emphasize the need for diverse news sources to ensure that AI-generated content accurately reflects a range of viewpoints, warning that the current trajectory could exacerbate misinformation and narrow public discourse. Yahoo US reports on the thrilling first round of the college football playoff, where the Ohio State Buckeyes decisively eliminated the Tennessee Volunteers with a score of 42-17 at Ohio Stadium. The Buckeyes showcased their dominance early, scoring 21 unanswered points in the first quarter and leading 21-10 at halftime. Ohio State's quarterback, Will Howard, was a standout performer, completing 24 of 29 passes for 311 yards and 2 touchdowns. Meanwhile, Tennessee's redshirt freshman quarterback, Nico Iamaleava, struggled to find rhythm, completing just 14 of 31 passes for 104 yards, though he did manage to score 2 rushing touchdowns. Despite a spirited effort, the Volunteers ended their season with a total offense of 256 yards, while the Buckeyes advanced with a powerful performance. The Toronto Star highlights a concerning trend in the world of girls basketball as participation continues to decline, exemplified by the cancellation of the varsity team at Grand Island Senior High School in Nebraska. Despite the growing popularity of women's basketball, fueled by stars like Caitlin Clark, the sport has seen nearly a 20% drop in participation since Clark's birth, with many girls opting for other sports like volleyball and soccer. The struggles of the Grand Island team, which faced a string of heavy losses, reflect broader issues such as the increasing specialization in sports and the financial burden of club basketball. Former players and coaches expressed their disappointment, recognizing the need for a sustainable program to nurture young talent and reignite interest in girls basketball. Yahoo US also provides an update on the national championship odds following the first round of the college football playoff, where teams like Texas, Ohio State, and Oregon emerged as frontrunners. The excitement surrounding the 12-team playoff format has brought renewed attention to college football, with significant victories for teams including Notre Dame and Penn State. As the competition narrows down to 8 teams, BetMGM's odds reflect the shifting landscape, with Texas leading at plus 350, followed closely by Ohio State at plus 380 and Oregon at plus 400. The anticipation builds as fans look forward to the upcoming quarterfinal games, which will further clarify the championship picture. Guardian, in the Netherlands, a group of determined mothers is challenging an outdated law that restricts their ability to pass on their surnames to their children. Rebecca Lee, a 43-year-old entrepreneur and adoptive mother, feels incomplete with her Dutch name and wants her daughter to carry the Korean surname Lee as part of a double-barreled name. Current Dutch law only allows such names if both parents agree, a rule that many believe perpetuates gender discrimination. Women's rights organizations are rallying behind these mothers, arguing that the law contradicts human rights principles and fails to recognize the importance of both parents' identities in a child's name. Anneman Niehoff, another mother fighting this battle, emphasizes that her daughter should know the importance of equal rights, as she carries the name of civil rights activist Rosa Parks as her middle name. Associated Press, Ohio State's football team delivered an impressive performance in the college football playoff, decisively defeating Tennessee 42-17. Will Howard shone as he threw 2 touchdown passes to freshman Jeremiah Smith, who became the 6th freshman to surpass 100 receiving yards in a CFP game. The Buckeyes, eager to bounce back from a previous loss to Michigan, dominated from the start, scoring on their first 3 drives and stifling Tennessee's offense, which struggled to find its rhythm. Ohio State's strong showing sets them up for a highly anticipated rematch against No. 1 Oregon at the Rose Bowl on New Year's Day, a game that promises to be a thrilling clash of college football titans. Yahoo US, the No. 10 Oregon men's basketball team showcased their prowess with a commanding 76-61 victory over Stanford at the SAP Center in San Jose. With a combination of ferocious defense and balanced offense, the Ducks quickly established a lead, holding Stanford to a mere 37.1% shooting. Key contributions came from Kwame Evans Jr. and Jackson Shellstead, while the team displayed impressive rebounding, outpacing the Cardinal 41-35. Assistant coach Mike Menenga praised the team's effort and activity level, which was evident as they maintained a double-digit lead throughout the game. Despite a late surge from Stanford, Oregon's lead was never seriously threatened, solidifying their momentum as they prepare for upcoming matchups in the Big Ten Conference. Associated Press reports that the No. 24 California women's basketball team continued their impressive run, defeating Fordham 69-53 in the Raising the BAR Invitational. Ioana Cormier shone brightly, sinking 5 three-pointers and scoring a total of 19 points, while Yugon Onyaya contributed 13 points without a miss from the field. The Bears established an early lead, scoring 11 consecutive points to go up 13-2 and maintained control throughout the game, never trailing. Fordham attempted a comeback with a strong second-quarter performance but ultimately fell short, with Taylor Donaldson leading the Rams with 24 points. In another thrilling matchup, Associated Press highlights the UCF Knights' decisive 86-66 victory over Jacksonville, where Keyshawn Hall and Jordan Ivy Curry led the charge with 21 and 19 points respectively. UCF dominated the game from the start, never trailing and showcasing exceptional shooting with a 59% field goal percentage. Ivy Curry's three-pointers were pivotal in extending the lead, particularly during a 10-0 run that put the Knights up by 21 points before halftime. Jacksonville struggled to keep pace, and despite Robert McRae's 18 points, they could not overcome the Knights' offensive onslaught. The Toronto Star covers a bittersweet homecoming for Clemson's Cade Klubnik, who delivered a remarkable performance against Texas in the college football playoff, throwing for 336 yards and 3 touchdowns. Despite his efforts to rally the Tigers from an 18-point halftime deficit, Clemson ultimately fell 38-24. Klubnik's leadership was evident, especially during a second-half surge that brought the game within reach. However, Texas proved resilient, and a crucial fourth-down pass breakup by safety Michael Toff, his former high school teammate, sealed Clemson's fate. Klubnik expressed his disappointment, emphasizing the importance of winning over personal accolades during this highly anticipated matchup. The Toronto Star reports that No. 10 Oregon showcased their prowess in a decisive 76-61 victory over Stanford, marking their first non-conference clash since 1967. Kwame Evans Jr. led the Ducks with 13 points, primarily from the free throw line, while Maxime Reynaud shone for the Cardinal with 20 points and 13 rebounds. Oregon's balanced scoring, with 9 players contributing at least 5 points, was pivotal, particularly during a crucial 16-3 run in the first half that established a commanding lead. Despite Stanford's 3-game winning streak, they struggled against Oregon's defense, which limited them to a mere 8-for-30 from beyond the arc. Yahoo US highlights North Carolina's thrilling comeback against UCLA, where they overcame a 16-point deficit to secure a vital Quad 1 win for their NCAA tournament aspirations. Coach Hubert Davis hinted at a strategic shift in the lineup, favoring a guard-heavy approach that proved successful in the second half. This change allowed for greater scoring versatility and defensive pressure, which could become a staple for the Tar Heels as they prepare for their next game against Campbell. Davis emphasized the importance of adapting to opponents' strategies, suggesting that the agility and athleticism of a smaller lineup could enhance their performance. In a fiery exchange, Fox Sports' Joel Klatt took aim at Ole Miss coach Lane Kiffin for his complaints about the College Football Playoff (CFP) selections. Kiffin's sarcastic remarks regarding the lopsided playoff games drew a sharp response from Klatt, who suggested that if Kiffin's team performed as well as his tweets, they might have secured a playoff spot. This back-and-forth underscores the competitive tensions in college football, where coaches' frustrations can lead to public disputes, drawing attention to the broader implications of playoff selections and team performances. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email. Stocks to rise and sometimes shiver. Economy goes up and down. In this game we wear the crown. Startups popping like the news. Crypto fashion headline views. Diversify your gains of play. Ride the wave.